Please, a round of applause for Taiwo Shua. Please. Welcome, Taiwo, to Lights Camera Africa. I hope it will not be your last, even though it's your first. So just before we started today, I was just talking with my partner, and she said, she said this, and it's a compliment. She said, you have a Usman Sembene feel and look to your work. Can you tell us a bit about the influences? I've seen some of your old shorts. It's obvious to me that music is very important to you. You're able to, to pack so much emotion and activity into such short frames. Tell me a bit about what influences you. How did you start making films? Why short format? How does music influence? Just talk about your journey, and then we can talk a bit more about agenda.
Hi everyone. For me, film is it's more like the only way I can express myself, the issues that I go through and I see in the world, and through the years of me traveling through Africa and stuff, I've seen a lot of things and music that really inspires me. Angelique Kidjo, particularly there's someone who really inspired me. I saw his films, Jibril Diop Membete, Tuki Buki. I saw the film recently, and it just triggers a lot of things, and
agenda. So, are you a feminist?
Yeah, obviously, everyone should be.
Do you think everyone should be a feminist?
Yeah.
Why?
Pretty much. I don't know why. I don't know how to answer that question, but I don't know why anyone would not want to be a feminist.
It was a trick question, actually. So it was a trick question. If you had said no, then I would have kicked you. I wanted to talk a bit about the artistry. Now, I don't know the language because I'm not a filmmaker, I'm a curator, but your film is so delicious to see. So tell me a bit about your process. Just tell me a bit about, your process and from conception, your dreams, I'm sure your moments in the shower to what we've just seen. And then if you tell me a little bit more about the soundtrack, I know it's Brymo. Was the music adapted to the film? Did he create this music originally for you, or is this
Yeah. Okay, so I had a trip back 20, I think it should be 2012, in Ilorin, and I had an adventure with somebody, a sex worker for that matter, and I saw a lot of things, and that was when my face was open to the whole thing about females and stuff, that, the vulnerability and how, I don't know, the power of men, and how, even though that most females are empowered, there's still this, I don't know, this way we look at women as inferior. I'm sorry to say, but the way I was brought up as an African, I'm meant to see every woman as being inferior to me, no matter the position. And so the first job I took was this woman just bossy and stuff. I'm like, she's just a woman. Why would she before, I was through these trips, I saw a lot of things, and I don't know, a lot of things just changed, and I wanted to really tell, so the film, the bathroom part where she put on the crown is that every female is a royalty, and no female should be looked down upon. And the moment you look down upon a female, that moment you look down upon humanity, you look down upon yourself.
Does anyone have any questions? We didn't want to make this, but if you have maybe one question we can take. Okay, can someone get a mic to her? Before she takes the mic, Taiwo, tell me a bit about your background. How did you learn? Did you teach yourself to make film? Are you formally trained?
I'm not formally trained. I just wanted to, so I wanted to change a lot of things that a lot of people tell stories through films. I don't want to tell stories through films. I want to tell imaginations. So if I can bring imagination to picture, and that for me is everything.
I'm a very big fan of your works. on Instagram. I think Shua. Shua, yeah. And I noticed that you always like to put a lot of traditional 1960s type of theme to your work that makes it very authentic. And from what you said, like the feeling, the imagination, like everything that comes around your work. Basically, I'm trying to ask if you've seen somebody that has had an experience, like life experience, through filming your works over the years.
I don't understand your question.
Like, is it something that you've come across before? Like, is it through life? Every time do you wake up, do you like imagine what women go through, what people go through, basically?
Yeah, I mean, like this film, first of all, a lot of things like inspired this film, from my mom to my sisters to every woman I've met in the world. Yeah, so most of the time when I want to make these films, they come like flashes. I don't even understand them myself. They come like flashes. But thanks to the writer, Ali, it was able to, put my vision into writing. And most of the time, it's hard for me to find writers and people to collaborate with, because sometimes I just explain, oh, this is what I want us to create, and they say, I don't understand. I'm like, this is what I want us to create. I don't understand. That's what I'm saying. It's not just about the story. It's about the feeling, and how can I put a million of emotions into one frame? How can I put thousands of things that I want to say into film? Yeah, pretty much that's it.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Julie. Thank you so much for this brilliant work. I really appreciate what you have done. And I am a very passionate feminist as well, and I totally support what you're doing. I agree with everything. And there's something I need to ask. There are different ways people have approached the topic of feminism when they are telling it through art. Some people want to share the story in a positive light of what it could become, what women, the strengths that it can become, while some are showing it as it is right now, how bad it is currently. So the way this story ended, I'm trying to reconcile exactly what you're trying to do. Are you saying, okay, this is the situation, this is how bad, because at the end we lost her. So is this how bad it is, or is there something, a different meaning to what you have portrayed in your pictures?
So, for me, every frame, I don't interpret every frame as the way, literally. Yeah, so that frame of, someone choking her, it's not that she died, it's the fact that every female right now is just like this on your neck. So everywhere you go, you have to, go through sexual assault and stuff. Pretty much every female I know in my life has gone through sexual assault. If it's from looking and staring, from calling, from a lot of things. So how do you, it's just like, for me, being a female in the world, in 21st century world, is almost like slavery.
Hi, great job on the film. One thing I wanted to speak about was I feel there's a stigma with the way women have a relationship in Africa to sexual pleasure. And there's always like a negative connotation with a woman who enjoys the pleasure. Have you ever thought of exploring the angle of a woman who takes power and ownership of that and feels no shame in enjoying sex the way men are celebrated for enjoying sex?
My perception of the sex workers is that, maybe they don't like what they do, but I figure out that, honestly, it's almost like there are people who actually want to, sell, they want to actually go into the business of selling this, sex as business. And I think pretty much it's kind of confusing, because I think that every sex worker should be protected by the law. I think that people who work for sex, pretty much, there should be law and constitution that protect them, because it's, honestly, trust me, it's hard work. So I think that's it.
when can we expect something feature length? And can you tell me a bit about what you're doing next, or tell the audience a bit about what you're doing next?
Yeah, so I'm working on a whole lot of things, and I'm working on a feature-length film, almost like a documentary on religious extortion and how religion has, kind of be the problem of Africa and stuff, and not just even the problem, the civilization and the whole, the whole slavery and stuff. And yeah, it took me kind of 3 years in almost 4 countries, and going into the religious institution. I almost died trying to figure out, trying to go into secret organizations and stuff. But expect the best next year.
Thank you, Taiwo. Thank you so much.